I'm a lot of things, but lazy ain't one of them.
That truly was the next 4 years of your life.
Yeah. So, I do think this girl deserves a little endless summer vacation.
Me too, honey.
Hi everybody, today we will be talking about Miley Cyrus's career and rise to fame and the truth about the child star's past. Miley Cyrus is one of the biggest names in entertainment, known as the pop chameleon because of her ability to be successful in every performance alter ego she's had and also her versatility. She's been known to be the lovable child star who everyone watched growing up into an adult, and she's had some scandalous and so-called controversial moments in her career. One thing we can say about Miley, though, is that she is one of the few most successful and still relevant Disney Channel stars to this day. Miley recently revealed her very hectic schedule as a 13-year-old girl, where she needed to wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day. Geez, I don't even wake up that early, and I'm a grown adult with the full-time job, so I wish I was as productive as Miley. But anyways, let's look at the schedule together. So here she shows on her notepad at 5:30. She wakes up and immediately goes into hair and makeup in the hotel that she's staying at. And 7 a.m. she needs to get picked up because she's going to be on the news. And basically, if we go down, the entire day consists of interviews, and even during lunchtime she has an interview with her dad, and then more interviews and photo shoots, and her day ends at 7:30 p.m. and she needs to be up in the morning again so that she can shoot Hannah Montana. And that schedule is insane for a 13-year-old. A 12-hour workday, and I don't even see where she gets any breaks for food or anything. I'm all about productivity and everything, but having a 13-year-old do this for 3 to 4 years of her life, basically all of her youth, is insane. And like Miley said herself, she may be a lot of things, but lazy is not one of them. Miley's life went on like this for about 3 or 4 more years, just until her late teen years. She was still really young when the show ended, and it aired for about 5 years, from 2006 to 2011. In 2011, Miley was 18 and officially an adult in the public eye, so she had started to get involved in a couple scandals. Her father, Billy Ray Cyrus, actually spoke out in a 2011 interview with GQ magazine, where he revealed that he believed the show destroyed his entire family. Around this time as well, he and Miley's mother got a divorce. So he blamed the show for sending his daughter into a spiral and basically destroying the entire family. He tells the magazine, "I'd take it back in a second. For my family to be here and just everybody be okay, safe and sound, and happy and normal would have been fantastic. Heck yeah, I'd erase all of that in a second if I could." Billy Ray then expresses his concern for Miley's life and safety after the scandal of her smoking something at a private party was leaked. He says, "I'm scared for her. She's got a lot of people around her that's putting her in a great deal of danger. I know she's 18, but I still feel like as her daddy, I'd like to try to help and take care of her just a little bit to at least get her out of danger." Billy Ray was worried that she would end up like some of the most famous stars who had lost their lives too soon. So I totally understand his concern for his daughter, especially now that she was 18. She probably felt like she could do whatever she wants. She's basically a child star turned into a pop star, household name, and as a celebrity with so many fans, she probably feels like she has the world in her hands at such a young age. She could definitely feel like she's invincible and start spiraling if she doesn't have a good support system. So I really appreciate that Billy Ray was trying to have her back. But Miley actually apologized and expressed her regret about the moment of being caught at the private party. She publicly apologized to her younger fans because she mentions that she didn't want to portray that type of image, and she states that she should have been a better role model. 4 years later, Miley did an interview in 2015 with Marie Claire, where she revealed that growing up in the spotlight as Hannah Montana gave her identity issues, body dysmorphia, and even anxiety. She states in the interview, "I was told for so long what a girl is supposed to be from being on that show. I was made to look like someone that I wasn't, which probably caused some body dysmorphia because I had been made pretty every day for so long, and then when I wasn't on that show, I was like, who the F am I?" She then includes the fact that her anxiety was developing while she was still on the show. Every morning she'd wake up with a cup of coffee jammed in her face to start the day. And I'm pretty sure a ton of caffeine isn't good for a young kid. I would have anxiety attacks, I'd get hot flashes, feel like I was about to pass out or throw up. It would happen a lot before shows, and I'd have to cancel. Then the anxiety started coming from anxiety. I would be with my friends thinking I should be having so much fun, and you get in this hole that seems like you're never going to be able to get out. To the world, it may seem like Miley was living the dream and had nothing to complain about, especially being so successful at her age, but she felt a ton of pressure on her shoulders with body image issues, role model responsibilities, and public image. Truth is that this is how most child star breakdowns begin. They begin spiraling when they're young adults with the world in their hands and no one to truly support and help them. Miley's bangers era began in 2013 when she was just 20 years old, and this was her most controversial era yet. She released Wrecking Ball, which was the infamous half-nude music video. She loved sticking out her tongue during that time. She even danced on Robin Thicke at the 2013 VMAs in a very scandalous outfit. She was all sorts of scandalous, and many people disliked her for this image that she was portraying. And she was bashed left and right for being a bad role model and ditching her kid-friendly image. Many people knew and loved her from Disney Channel days, so it was kind of hard to digest that this was the new Miley that they had to get used to. And if you ask me, she wasn't even that bad. She was a grown adult at the time. I never understood all the harsh criticism on Miley and other child stars who are obviously going through rough times. She had no responsibility to these young kids and fans, and she's not their parent. And parents, if you have a problem with the things your kids are watching and engaging in, then that's your prerogative to turn it off and limit that activity. You're the parent, not the celebrity. You can't bash child stars for growing up and taking on more mature roles and routes. Now, look at Zendaya, for example, starting off as a child on Disney and then graduating into insanely mature roles like Euphoria. At the end of the day, it's the parents' responsibility to control what their kids do and watch on the internet. Anyways, I digress. Miley was bashed for so long because of this era, but it turns out Bangers was one of her most memorable and loved eras. It actually gave us something different and unique, and it still showed that Miley can be versatile and she's still talented, she still has a good voice, and she knows how to perform. So let's not forget that she was also heartbroken during this era. She was in a decade-long relationship with Liam Hemsworth, whom she married from 2018 to 2020, and they've been together since 2010 when they were teenagers, and they've always had a pretty rocky relationship. Wrecking Ball was supposed to be written about their brief breakup, and even in her song F You on her Bangers album, it was alleged that he cheated on her and she caught him texting other girls on his cell phone. So those were just the song lyrics, and a lot of people thought she might have been referring to Liam. After getting divorced in 2020, Miley even took digs at her own marriage, saying congratulations to some fans who got engaged at her own show.
Congratulations. Honey, I hope your marriage goes better than mine. Mine was a disaster.
A lot of people noticed that Liam and Miley seemed like two different people, and that he would often dim her light. Seemed like during public appearances and red carpets that he wouldn't appreciate Miley being herself and just showing personality. A lot of people speculated that he tried to water her down. So that's where we get to the present, and Flowers was written as a response to her ex-husband, who actually dedicated the song When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars to Miley at their wedding.
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that,
No.
you know what I mean?
And guys, that's a breakup song. That's so embarrassing. This marriage was probably doomed from the beginning. Hence why Miley samples Bruno Mars' song and responds to Liam in her hit diss song Flowers. After their breakup though, Miley does seem to be happier and more free. So being together for a decade, they probably outgrew each other, and he probably liked the idea of her back then when she was the Miley that we all knew and grew up with. However, she was young, and we don't know what life experiences that she went through in order to find her own identity today. I want to briefly mention the Black Mirror episode that Miley was featured in 2019. Her character plays a pop star that lives a double life, and she wears a purple wig to display her alter ego, Ashley O. Ashley O is a beloved pop star that has millions of young fans that she influences through her music and merchandise. In reality, Miley's character is being controlled and held captive by her aunt/manager and is really living an unhappy and unfulfilled life. Since people love to theorize and connect the dots, they actually said that her aunt keeping her trapped symbolized Disney keeping her trapped as their moneymaker. It does share a lot of similarities with her life as Hannah Montana, so it's no doubt that she felt trapped with Disney. Look at her schedule when she was only 13.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Hannah Montana certainly changed her life and provided a great childhood memory for millions just like myself. But Miley sure went through a lot and sacrificed a ton just to give all of that to us. Her latest hits, Flowers and Used to Be Young, are really catchy, and they just show that she's growing up and developing into a mature young woman. And I feel like she's starting to find her sound again. This era feels a little bit more genuine and comfortable to her. The previous ones felt more experimental, and she was also very young and new to the music industry after leaving Disney Channel. So she even says so herself in her latest song that she's learned from all the craziness that she went through in her youth. And Miley's still young, and that's what makes her comeback so impressive, is that she didn't have to battle for decades to learn and grow. She had her fair share of wild moments and scandals throughout her life and career, but that's just unfortunately what fame in Hollywood does to a lot of child stars. If you ask me, she was one of the lucky ones because she still managed to come out on top, to be successful and relevant. Plus, she looks healthier and happier now. I'm hoping that she finally gets to enjoy the success from all the sacrifices that she made as a child for the childhood of millions of others. That's all for my video about Miley Cyrus's life as Hannah Montana and her upbringing to fame. Comment down below your thoughts about her life story and if you know any more details that I might have missed. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.